Get ready, because the ground is going to shake in Los Angeles. Breaking news puts the Chargers at the center of a massive change, and fans are already buzzing with excitement about this possibility. This isn't just another update, it's a shock. That could completely change the team's dynamics. And believe me, once you know what's happening, you'll understand why this story could be the beginning of something much bigger. Chargers fans, get ready, because the final hours in Los Angeles are on fire. The team is about to make decisions that could completely change the course of the 2025 season. From Trey Lance's future to final roster cuts and even a possible unexpected addition to the offense, there's a lot at stake. So get comfortable, because this news promises to touch the hearts of Bolts fans. Trey Lance, the quarterback who arrived in the NFL surrounded by anticipation as the third overall pick in the 2021 draft, now has a new chance to prove his worth. And guess what? He's doing just that with the Los Angeles Chargers. After unsuccessful stints with the 49ers and Cowboys, Lance signed a one-year contract with the Bolts to compete for the backup quarterback spot, falling behind Justin Herbert. But what seemed like just another attempt at survival in the league is turning into a redemption story. During the preseason, Lance showed he's not in Los Angeles to be a supporting player. He played 3 games, threw for 296 yards, and had 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, his direct competitor, Taylor Heinicke, played only 2 games and posted much more modest numbers, 64 passing yards and 19 rushing yards. The competition for the QB2 spot seemed tight on paper, but on the field, Lance has been stealing the show. And that's not all. In an interview with the Chargers Weekly podcast, Lance opened up and made clear his immediate goal: to win Herbert's backup spot. One day at a time, one goal at a time. For me, the first thing is to be number 2. That's goal number 1, said the player. He knows the road to regaining his prestige is long, but he sees Herbert and Jim Harbaugh's coaching staff as a unique learning opportunity. The curious detail is that Herbert practically never misses games due to injury. He's only missed 4 throughout his career. In other words, the role of QB2 in Los Angeles doesn't guarantee many snaps, but it opens a huge door should the unlikely happen. And for Lance, who is still only 25 years old, any opportunity could be the spark that reignites his NFL career. Harbaugh has already expressed his impression of the quarterback's development, and this could be a sign that Lance has truly earned his place on the roster. But calm down, fans, because Lance's future isn't the only issue stirring up the concourses of SoFi Stadium. In fact, this dispute is just the beginning of a storm of decisions the Chargers will have to make in the coming days. And here comes our second big topic. While Trey Lance is the face of hope for many Chargers fans, the rest of the roster is experiencing days of pure tension. This is because the franchise is approaching the most difficult phase of the offseason, the final cuts to reach the official 53-man roster. It's a time when careers can change course in a matter of hours, and in Los Angeles, the pressure is even greater, as the team is in the second year of the Jim Harbaugh era, and every decision has long-term consequences. As if the natural nervousness of this stage weren't enough, the Chargers are also dealing with significant injuries and surprising performances during training camp and the preseason, factors that make the puzzle even more complicated for the coaching staff. Some names are already emerging as potential trade pieces or even candidates for release. One of them is wide receiver Darius Davis. Although he has been an effective kick returner, his roster spot is increasingly tight. This is because the Chargers have strengthened their group with the return of Keenan Allen and the arrival of rookies, Trey Harris and Keandre Lambert-Smith. Furthermore, undrafted Luke Grimm has been surprising everyone, putting up strong performances and earning a spot. Another delicate matter involves running back Kimani Vidal. During the preseason, rookie Raheem Sanders rose meteorically, catching the attention of the coaches and practically guaranteeing a spot. Hassan Haskins, on the other hand, has the backing of the staff and is unlikely to leave. This leaves Vidal without room. The problem is that the running back market is saturated, and trading for him may not yield a significant return. Still, he is one of the pieces the Chargers can put on the market, as he has shown interesting flashes in training. Among the tight ends, Will Dissly's situation is also generating debate. Although he is a reliable veteran, rookie Oronde Gadsden has been impressing, and Tyler Conklin is emerging as the favorite for the position. If the Chargers decide to invest in youth and still keep Tucker Fisk in the rotation, Dissly could be sacrificed. On defense, linebacker Troy Dye emerges as another potential trade target. He performed well, but the return of Del'Shawn Phillips, now healthy, and the unexpected rise of Marlowe Wax make it difficult for him to stay. With the competition fierce and Harbaugh looking to renew some roster pieces, Dye could end up being sold in exchange for future picks, freeing up space for the youngsters. And we return to the original point. Not even Trey Lance, despite gaining popularity in the QB2 competition, can consider himself completely safe. The NFL is unpredictable, and if a team offers a valuable draft pick for the quarterback, the Chargers need to at least evaluate the offer. Heineke already knows the system and could step into the role immediately if such a strategic move were to occur. This possibility may seem unlikely, but it can never be ruled out. And it's precisely in this scenario of uncertainty and possible trades that a key point emerges. If the Chargers do make moves like this, it paves the way for further strengthening the offense, and that's where the name of a well-known wide receiver in the league comes into play. While the Chargers analyze every detail before deciding who stays and who leaves the roster, another NFL franchise is facing very similar dilemmas: the Buffalo Bills. And it's precisely from this uncertainty that an unexpected opportunity for Los Angeles could arise. The name starting to gain traction behind the scenes is that of wide receiver Curtis Samuel, a versatile player who, despite having recently signed a 3-year contract with the Bills, is at serious risk of being cut before the official start of the 2025 season. The reason? Buffalo's offensive roster is simply overflowing with options. Joshua Palmer and Elijah Moore are already confirmed and are guaranteed additions. Khalil Shakir is in the final stages of his injury recovery and should return as soon as he's fit. Rookie Keon Coleman has been attracting attention since training camp and is expected to take on a central role in the offense, quickly becoming a reliable target for Josh Allen. Additionally, Laviska Shenault adds value as a return specialist, which further increases his chances of staying. Faced with so much competition, Samuel seems stuck in a no-man's land, with no defined role and seeing his space shrink by the week. His numbers don't help either. In 2024, the wide receiver recorded just 31 receptions, totaling 253 yards and 1 touchdown. This is quite modest production for someone who was considered a prospect in the 2017 draft. The financial issue complicates matters further. If the Bills simply choose to cut him, they will have to deal with a significant amount of dead money on the salary cap, something no franchise likes to manage. Therefore, the most likely alternative would be a trade, allowing Buffalo to recover at least a future draft pick rather than losing the player without a return. And where do the Chargers fit into this equation? The answer is simple. Even with the return of veteran Keenan Allen and the excitement surrounding rookies Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris, and Keandre Lambert-Smith, Los Angeles' receiving core still raises uncertainties. Quentin Johnston remains out in concussion protocol, and there's no guarantee of when he'll be back. In this scenario, Samuel's arrival could represent a smart move, inexpensive, low risk, and one that would give Justin Herbert a reliable target on short crossing routes, precisely the type of play the quarterback is most effective at. Curtis Samuel wouldn't arrive to be the definitive solution for the passing attack, nor to compete for the top receiver spot. His role would be different: to add depth to the roster, bring stability, and offer experience in decisive moments. On third downs, in pressure situations, or even as a safety valve on quick plays, he could be the piece that gives Herbert more peace of mind and balance to Harbaugh's offensive system. Trey Lance is fighting for survival and could surprise. The final cuts promise to leave scars on the roster, and now there's the possibility of a big name like Curtis Samuel bolstering the attack. Will we see this move in the coming days? What's certain is that the mood in Los Angeles is one of maximum anticipation, and any detail could completely change the course of the season.